Hello everyone, and welcome to your guide to popular builds and Heroes of the Storm. My name is Death, and today we will be checking out Sonya's Bruiser build. But before we get into any of that, a quick disclaimer. These guides are not written in stone. They are here to point you in the right direction, but ultimately they are a tool to help you learn the hero on your own. Now that we've gotten through that, let's take a look at Sonya. Sonya is a melee warrior from the Diablo universe. She enjoys long walks on the beach, sharing dessert after a romantic dinner, and crushing the skulls of an enemy unfortunate enough to cross her. She has a very strong kit that allows her to leap into the fray, dish out the pain, and survive. Before we get into her talent build, let's take a quick look at her skills. Her trait is called Fury. This is a passive that replaces mana and becomes your new resource. You gain Fury by taking or dealing damage. It also grants you 10% movement speed for 4 seconds after activating an ability. Some of your abilities generate Fury, while others spend it. This, along with Sonya's Sustain, allows her to move from the jungle to lane and then to a team fight. Her Q is called Ancient Spear. This is a 13-second cooldown skill shot that launches out a spear that pulls you to the first enemy hit, dealing heavy damage and briefly stunning them. This ability generates 40 Fury and grants you a great deal of damage as well as mobility. Utilizing Ancient Spear at the right time can stop a heroic, prevent an enemy from escaping, and allowing you to deal even more damage during a team fight. Sonya's W is called Seismic Slam. This is a 1-second cooldown targeted ability that slams an enemy, dealing heavy damage to them and then dealing light splash damage to enemies behind them. This ability costs 25 Fury and doesn't interrupt your auto attacks. This will be one of your mainstay damage abilities. Just make sure you have proper positioning to take advantage of the splash damage. Her E is called Whirlwind. This is a 4-second cooldown AoE ability that deals massive damage to nearby enemies over 3 seconds. You heal for 20% of the damage dealt, gaining triple healing against enemy heroes. This ability can help you sustain in a team fight and clear a wave. Just remember, you aren't invulnerable while spinning to win. Now that we've covered her base abilities, let's take a quick look at her heroics. Her first heroic is called Leap. This is a 70-second cooldown AoE ability that launches you at the target location, dealing moderate damage to nearby enemies and stunning them for 1.5 seconds. This is a powerful engagement tool that allows you to, jump into the enemy lines. This can be used to not only engage the enemy, but also stop an annoying heroic, or even get to the enemy's very fragile back line. Her second heroic is called Wrath of the Berserker. This is a 60-second cooldown activatable that increases all damage dealt by 40%, as well as reduces the duration of all CCs by 50%. This heroic lasts 15 seconds, which is extended by 1 second for every 10 Fury gained while it's active. This is a very powerful cooldown that makes you a near unstoppable monster on the battlefield. Don't underestimate how powerful this heroic is and how much damage you can deal while under its effects. Now that we've covered her basic abilities, let's jump into the talents. At level 1, you have a choice to make. The default choice, and the one that I would highly recommend, is Warpaint. This is a passive that allows your basic attacks to heal you for 30% of the damage dealt. This gives you a lot more sustain and allows you to stay out of base much longer, giving you more opportunities to put pressure on your enemies. If you have problems managing your Fury, then you can go Shot of Fury. This is a 45-second cooldown that grants you 50 Fury and can give you more time in Berserker, or give you a nice boost that can help you get off a Whirlwind or deal more damage with a couple of slams. At level 4, you're going to go with Focused Attack. This talent increases your auto attack damage by 60% every 10 seconds. The 10-second cooldown is reduced by 1 with every auto attack. So the more auto attacks you're putting out there, the more you'll be getting that 60% damage boost. This is a very powerful talent on Sonya that can allow her to dish out nice bits of burst damage. At level 7, you once again have a choice to make. Your first choice is to go with Ferocious Healing. This is a 10-second cooldown that allows you to consume 20 Fury to heal 10% of your maximum health. This is a great sustain tool that can give you that little bit of health you need to stick in the fight just a little bit longer. This can also be used while whirlwinding to give you even more sustain. Your other option is to go with Follow Through. This talent increases the damage of your next basic attack by 40% within 6 seconds of using an ability. If your team has a lot of healing, then this ability can go a long way to helping you really punish your enemies, especially considering how short her cooldowns are. For Sonya's heroic, you're going to go with Wrath of the Berserker. This heroic just provides a great deal of damage, and the CC reduction means that the enemy has to try extremely hard to stop you from getting into the mix with them, and even then, they're only delaying their demise. At level 13, you're going to go with Mystical Spear. This reduces the cooldown of Ancient Spear by 4 seconds, and even if you miss, you'll be pulled to the location. This talent gives you a great deal of flexibility, allowing you to use Ancient Spear to reposition, chase, and even more importantly, give you more fury during a team fight. Just a note about this talent here. Sonya has access to Spell Shield, and if you find yourself being blown up by a team full of mages, then it may not be a bad idea to pick this talent up. At level 16, you're going to take Nerves of Steel. This is an activatable on a 60-second cooldown that grants you a shield equal to 30% of your maximum health for 5 seconds, which can be used while whirlwinding. This talent allows you to stick in the fight longer and gives you a chance to get a bit more healing while dishing out the damage. At level 20, you're going to further your tankiness by going with Ignore Pain. This is a 60-second cooldown that reduces all damage taken by 75% for 4 seconds, and can be used while whirlwinding. This is another powerful tool that allows you to stick in combat longer, giving you a chance to deal even more damage. Sonya's Bruiser build is a powerful build that brings strong single target damage, strong AoE damage, good sustain and survivability, good mobility, and it doesn't use mana. However, when her cooldowns are down, she can be squishy. You can run into problems if you are the only tank, and knowing when to engage can be a little tricky. If you engage too soon, you can be blown up. Too late, and you can miss your opportunity to really punish the enemy. Alright, now that we've covered all of that, let's go over some quick tips for Sonya. Fury management can make or break you. If you spend too much of your fury too soon, you may not have the fury you need to whirlwind and regen some lost life, allowing you to stick in the fight longer. To that effect, stagger your defensive cooldowns and try and heal using whirlwind during team fights. Also keep in mind that a lot of your cooldowns can be used while you whirlwind, just don't use them all at once. Another important note about whirlwind, you can't be body blocked while using this ability, so if the enemy is trying to prevent you from escaping or trying to stop you from getting to their back line, pop whirlwind and move through them, getting a bit of healing in the process. While Wrath of the Berserker is active, a single Ancient Spear can add 4 seconds to the timer, so make sure you're using it and not missing with it to not only deal a lot of damage and provide some CC, but to extend the duration of your damage booster. And if you are with another tank, don't be the first to engage. Wait for the other tank to engage, so that way you can move in and attack the perfect target to swing the fight in your favor. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you found this guide helpful. If you have any variations or tips for this build, feel free to share them in the comments below. Thanks again for watching, and until next time, I will catch you all later.